Here's Ben Shapiro's sister, Abbie, to be wrong about conservatism.
Why do we believe in conservatism? Why do we stand up for the American way? Why do we espouse traditional values, even while those around us fight to dispute the most fundamental truths?
Well, you try to uphold the beliefs that you believe to be fundamental truths, often because widespread belief in those truths is in your favor. When conservatives don't do this, it's because they've made them part of their self-concept and construe criticism of those beliefs as criticism of them personally. And they also sometimes uphold these beliefs just out of spite.
Why? Because being conservative matters. Being conservative today is not an easy path.
That assertion is pretty hard to square with all the cash that Dave Rubin, Candace Owens, as well as you and your brother Ben are making.
You will be faced with every kind of hatred, from minor insults of your intelligence to the doxing of your private information to writing and
I oppose all of that, but those are consequences of expressing any controversial opinion in public, regardless of where it falls on the political spectrum.
You will be labeled a million different things that have nothing to do with your true beliefs.
Like what?
You will be afraid of being an outcast in a culture that doesn't want to hear about morality or truth.
It doesn't want to hear that it's moral to harangue trans women for using women's bathrooms, or to deny same-sex couples a wedding cake, or that women with unwanted pregnancies should be forced to give birth against their will. And more importantly, it doesn't want to hear that conservatives and only conservatives dictate what is moral and true.
But America needs conservatives. America needs conservatives to keep alive what this country stands for, what this country was built on, and the principles that make this country great, even as the mob and the elites will try to tell you that America has no right to exist at all.
Who are these elites that say America has no right to exist?
America needs conservatives to fight for freedom, not as defined by shallow and sinister modern theories, but as developed by our heritage.
Oh, you mean the idea of freedom developed by the folks who owned slaves and thought women shouldn't be allowed to vote?
America needs conservatives to keep the record straight on our history, to stop those who would rewrite it for their own benefit.
Because the historians who believed in manifest destiny and the Monroe Doctrine totally weren't writing history for their own benefit.
America needs conservatives to fight for everyone's right to free speech, because there is no truth when one party can declare its propaganda as fact.
Because conservatives never proclaim their propaganda as fact.
America needs conservatives to return us to the idea of family so that this nation's children have the privilege of a mother and father within the home.
That's not just a dig at single parents, it's also a dog whistle against same-sex couples who raise kids, as though they somehow make inferior parents.
America needs conservatives to preach the American dream as a beacon of hope, available to all who would reach for it. Conservatism is vital to America, building on our past, repairing our present, and ensuring our future.
You say building on our past and repairing our present as though it is only our present that is flawed, and our past is a perfect foundation in no need of correction or improvement. Conservatives seem to believe in the absurdity that at some point in the past we had everything right, and that repairing our present means returning to an atavistic way of life.
Being conservative matters. And in the absence of a real-life Superman, we are the warriors of truth, justice, and the American way.
By truth, you frequently mean the claimed revelations of some holy book. By justice, you mean oppressive hierarchies. And by the American way, you mean assuming the poor are responsible for their own poverty. To everyone who helps me out on Patreon, you're a big help. Thanks so much.